All right, guys. So this is my second video, and this is part 2 of yesterday. So after a bunch of studying, also through what I had learned, the second part of this, I really wanted to focus on forgiveness. So forgiveness of yourself and others. No matter what happened, no matter what we think, no matter what we think we know, forgiveness is essential to start over. Practice forgiveness. Practice that no matter what happens to you, what other people feel about you, whatever validation you think you need, sometimes what we think isn't what's really what we need. Our subconscious is an area where obviously we're going to listen to ourselves first thought without even really taking the real grasp of what the knowledge and tools is to really forgive someone. Now, we all can make decisions that when people hurt us, we make a decision to either, never see that person again or whatever it is, whatever situation, scenario may be. But forgiving is truly the hard work and choice to say, you know what? Things happened for a reason. Accept your emotions, control your state of mind, and allow time and space for you to reflect on what you're really supposed to be looking at this scenario at. I think time and space is something that we all take for granted. I think over time, we can still be angry at some of things that have happened to us in our past, especially in our childhood, that creates this unknown anger for so long that we never really made that conscious decision to truly forgive. Now, some of the videos I've been watching to gain more insight on what forgiveness truly is, either with your spirituality or just your higher power or just you in general. Happiness is control of both emotions and circumstances arising. Happiness is a deliberate act to create a world of experience and awareness. Happiness is a handle on disappointment and having a control on fear, worry, low self-esteem, envy, greed, anger, resentment. Now, those traits there, we don't even realize how many times we're feeling these emotions, especially when scenarios can hurt us. Even when you feel like you let go of it 7, 6, let's say 7, whatever X amount of years down the road, and you're still so angry about it. When we carry that baggage without truly doing the proper healthy work, time and space to learn that, things are going to happen, and to truly really do forgive someone, you really just put yourself back in a state of mind where you don't have to be angry about it anymore. You don't have to be angry at the person anymore. You don't have to blame the person, scenario, wave of events. You actually just take it in for yourself and be like, okay, you know what, it happened, but that's it. Forgiveness helps us grow. If you want to begin to move, we have to clear our mind of all unnecessary luggage and baggage that weighs us down. Now, just from my personal experience, I think things from my childhood and, whatever sort of events, even little things that just bothered me, really, really weighed me down for a long time. It created a mindset behaviors for me that, I think that can resonate with all of us. I think that the real work and just watching YouTube videos of what forgiveness really means, especially if you're spiritual with God, what helped me with forgiveness is the understanding that God put himself on the cross for us to forgive all of our sins. And if we can't forgive others, how is he going to forgive us? Yes, he has unconditional love, but he wants the best for us. He's like a parent, and he will only forgive until you learn to honestly forgive, fulfill your purpose of a peace of mind. That's what God wants for us. God doesn't want us to hold burden. God doesn't want us to hold greed, anger, resentment, worry, fear. Fear is the root of all evil. It affects our mind. It affects about what our future is going to be. It affects our choices. And now with learning forgiveness, the true work, the true essence of forgiveness and happiness that you would want for yourself and forgive. We can't forget our memories, guys. Things in our past has to grow our character. I don't want anyone to ever take away my memories. I used to before, and look what that did. But keeping your memories, doing the work to build off what pain you used to suffer, or happiness, or excitement, all these memories. No one can take these away from us, and we'll never forget. But to remember what the scenarios were in your life and what you learned from it, how you forgave. Because when you practice forgiveness and you continue to do that over time, you create the mindset, the abundance of understanding someone else's scenario where we could have been wrong. You create an environment for yourself where letting go and conscious decision making of forgiving creates the window of opportunity of developing yourself. Powerful. The harness your will, let it go. Like, it creates a necessary discipline and awareness. I think self-awareness is something that we all have, and we still are very good at it, but where the self-awareness is like very hard to entail when we're created by all these emotions in the moment. I think, again, time and space is something that we should never forget. Time and space gives you the time to reflect, gives you the time to look at the whole scenario and be like, okay, wow, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I looked at it from that angle. I can't believe I said that to someone. I can't believe I delivered that environment to someone. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what happens to you. It matters what you are going to do about it. Now, we all have excuses for things on why it happens to us and why it shouldn't have happened to us, or why is it happening to us. But when it does, what are you going to do about it? Forgive. Forgive yourself and others, guys. Like, we are brought on this planet to deal with these things, to grow and to mature into something more than what we were. Now, when we don't forget those memories, that's okay, because when you grow, when you practice forgiveness, you are letting go of what happened. You are saying to yourself, okay, I can start over here. This is a chance where it's like, you know what? No more of this resentment and anger. It will burden you. It will hurt you. It will change you. And when you find that moment, you make that one conscious decision to be like, okay, you know what? I'm tired of this lifestyle. I'm tired of putting my shit on everybody else. And if you start to create patience, you start to create the discipline of temptation. You really find yourself when you understand that forgiveness is the first ingredient to happiness. And eventually you can be like, hey, maybe sometimes things weren't always that bad. Maybe sometimes, let's say, family memberships, or family relationships, or just relationships in general, that people fall apart sometimes because forgiveness is not well done, either on either part or one person. Don't matter. Forgiveness is the way to really learn the pathway of hope, understanding, perspective, and relationships. Stop gathering information from inside yourself and start outside yourself. Start gathering outside yourself. Start seeing, learning different scenarios. Watch videos, read books on forgiveness, or look into your faith more, whatever you believe in. If you don't believe in anything, that's okay too, but look into yourself and find scenarios of people in your past or your present to forgive what has happened. Because do not hold on this baggage, guys. It's going to weigh you down, and you don't even realize the weight that kills your back. Holding this crap. Let it go. Revenge, this quote really stuck out to me. Hear me out on this one. Revenge traps our mind in this world that hurting someone that hurt us is supposed to make us feel better. False. It weakens, destroys our values. Forgiveness creates the necessary discipline under any circumstances for peace of mind. Isn't that what we all want? Peace of mind. We beg out of others for peace of mind when really you got to do the work in yourself. The time, space. Don't be stuck in revenge. Revenge is one of the things in this life, whether you feel it's right or not, will kill you. It will make you worse. It will change what you originally were to something different. Revenge is, let me ask you guys something. Is the decision of revenge really more valuable to you than the practice of forgiveness? Even if it's over and over and over again that you forgive someone, you truly release that animosity and ill will that you are holding inside. Wouldn't you rather practice forgiveness under any circumstances, no matter what was done to you, rather than revenge? Why would revenge be something that we need to do? It's going to kill us. And I used to do that. I used to do that through wanting to hurt people that hurt me. I used to do that through people that hurt me and letting my actions be displayed onto people that I love. Revenge can spread from one person to the other. There's a quote from The Walking Dead where there was a sickness and where they were staying at. It's really it really resonates with today. A sad soul can kill quicker than a germ. Tom Sawyer said that, and that quote right there is literally what COVID could be. No conspiracy theory there. A sad soul can kill quicker than a germ. And you see where the mindsets are in a time where we're all trapped at home. Where in a normal world, people don't want to be working, they want to be at home. But look at what the mindsets have done with COVID now. But we're not here to talk about COVID, but I'm just using it as an example. Forgiveness is so much more worth it than the state of revenge. 100%, hands down. And I thank God for teaching me that, because once you learn and properly want to do that, you want to change, you want to be better, I will not look at an angle of revenge again. If I'm feeling upset about something, I will pray for forgiveness, to find it inside of me, for God to allow me to find it inside me, to be like, hey, you know what? People are going to hurt you. It's going to happen. Accept the things that you cannot change, the courage to change the things that you can, and the wisdom to know the difference. There will be moments at any moment in life saying that there will be things and scenarios or people or your subconscious telling you that you can't do it. But it's in itself, in yourself, that's possible. Impossible is always possible. That result does not change. Whatever becomes impossible can actually still have that percent of being possible. But it's up to us to do that. Nobody else. So forgive the harsh words. Forgive the harsh acts on you. The choices that people or groups or businesses make towards you in terms of rejection that you can't control. Control what you can do for you. Create that world and peace of mind. Forgive your trespass. And here's the thing too. In the Lord's Prayer, forgive our trespasses. You know where that's from. It's said in prayer. If we don't forgive, God will not forgive our trespasses. If we don't practice what you believe in, if it's God or whatever you believe in, your higher power, if you don't practice what you're preaching, that's scary. That's something I never even noticed, even in my belief. I fell off with my religion for a long time, and it's shown through recent things that this stuff is real. It has to be, because even if it's not, if you're not believing in something, you don't believe in yourself. You think you do until you really do the work of, hey, whew, something's got to be done here. So what do you gain? Faith. Faith in yourself, faith in your higher power. Nothing is ever settled until it's settled. So what forgiveness does is, even when you say, okay, you forgive someone, have you truly forgiven them? Is it settled inside here, your heart, your mind? Is it you're afraid to tell someone that what you truly think about this, or not how you truly haven't forgiven them? Forgiveness and practicing it every day, praying for it. Nothing is ever settled until it's settled. And when it's settled, forgiveness is a fresh start. Forgiveness is, and here's the other thing, guys. Forgiveness isn't the benefit for them. Don't tell people what they want to hear. Forgiveness, and once you make that conscious decision, once you practice it, once you make it a value that all of us have, values, forgiveness isn't the benefit for them, but it's for you. The benefit is for you. Even if they hurt you and they continue to hurt you, it's for you. Forgiving isn't dismissing or condoning someone's bad behavior. It doesn't even mean reconciliation, because someone could very well purposely be trying to hurt you. But forgiving simply means you're surrendering your right to get even. Oh, I love that. That I have never took. When I heard that sentence and what I was listening to, I had to write it down. Forgiving simply means you're surrendering your right to get even. May not pay the person back for what they deserve, but instead put it in the hands of God. So, like, when it says there, forgiving simply means you're surrendering your right to get even. That means you're dropping revenge right away. You're putting revenge in the back of your mind. That is more powerful than revenge. Silence speaks louder than anything. You don't necessarily have to be silence where it's like, okay, I'm not going to say anything to this person ever again. No, but it's silence with yourself. It's silence with, stop creating a scenario where you feel like you have to hurt someone because you've been hurt. What does that do? Nothing. So please, what I've learned through this journey of mine that I'm going through is forgiveness is the first ingredient to happiness, guys. Be grateful for who was in your life and why they were, because if you didn't do the self-work, or let's say you're part of forgiveness for a business that hurts you, someone that hurts you, a family member, whatever the case may be, forgiveness is the number one ingredient to happiness. You create a fresh start, a new mindset, new behaviors, and you put it all in the hands of your higher power. Mine, God. I say the rosary prayer every day to remind me and ask God to grace me with forgiveness, because I'm tired of trying to be spiteful, create revenge, because it does shit. It does nothing. I think we all deserve so much better in our decision making, to really grasp the concept of, things are going to happen and there's nothing you can do about it. But the first step of forgiveness, you create peace with yourself, you create peace with the scenario, and you have peace with moving forward. A last quote before I finish, and actually, before I say this quote, also with the whole notion of forgiving others, but also yourself. Guys, our past happened, things happen. There's a purpose in this life, and nothing's more beautiful than forgiving yourself. You can always forgive others. Some people don't give themselves enough time and space to forgive ourselves. No matter what was done to you, no matter what happened, forgive yourselves. Give yourself a chance for a fresh start. Give yourself a chance to look at life beautifully. I wake up 5 o'clock in the morning just to hear the birds, and it's the beauty of the nighttime. You know what I'm saying? And practice smiling, practice laughing. If you're in a moment where you're not forgiving yourself for things that were done recently or way in the past, do the work, journal about it. Write a letter from your present to your past. That was an activity I did. If you write a letter from your present state of mind to your past scenario that you're not forgiving yourself for, try it out. You see the emotion that you should be able to let go, and look at it as a positive, because your awareness, your forgiveness, your reconciliation with yourself and others will become more powerful than any state of mind, because revenge is not the answer, y'all. It is nowhere near. So to end off this video, the first to apologize is the bravest, the first to forgive is the strongest, and the first to forget is the happiest. Smile, y'all. Thank you for being part of my journey, as I would love to be part of yours. Please feel free to share, subscribe, comment. Forgive yourself and forgive others, because once you do start off with those things, change is possible. People can change. Love you all. Thank you all for the support, and stay tuned for more content. Thanks, guys.